So I think the question that everybody has in their mind, and maybe nobody wants to talk about, is: do you think that the mortgage cap has made an impact on the price decline we've seen over the last few years?
I think that was the intention, because we had a sudden rise in real estate prices between 2011 and end of 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I believe 20-25% in many cases. Now, of course, after what happened in 2008, 2009 with the bubble, Dubai certainly wanted to avoid that.
Sure.
So by having the loan-to-value caps, the intention was to cool the market down, and at the same time, the increase in transfer fees from 2 to 4% came into play. So it has had the desired effect. The question is,
now what?
Now has it gone?
Yeah.
Has it gone too far?
Right.
So.
And I think it's like, the caps and it wasn't just the caps that happened at the same time. It was the doubling of the land department fee.
Sure.
So it went from 2 to 4%,
Right.
and they it was an understandable thing to put in place because the market, I think in 2013, up by nearly 30%. It was on a runaway train, so they had to cool the market off. There was lots of then external factors in the subsequent years that have kept pushing along with those measures, have created the downward momentum, if you like. So
Sure.
some of the supply issues that people talk about, currency issues with the dollar being very strong, and other political factors, you can go on and on, that there's probably been, after that event of changing the mortgage caps and doubling the fees, there's then been the kind of external factors that they may not have projected or predicted, which have then had that continued impact. So yeah, for sure it's had an impact. Part of it was what they wanted,
Right.
or what probably the market needed, in fact, and some of it has been less under anybody's control.
And do you think that's likely to change?
We
Oh,
hope so.
that's another opinion. I know you cannot
is,
confirm. Is there any noise somewhere about that? Because I
is-
keep hearing sound bites it will
Yeah,
change and will be a bit more flexible. And I think a lot of people are very anxious for that to happen, if at all.
And there has been a rumor about it, spanning 2 years back,
Really?
but there isn't anything
Concrete.
and nothing's been discussed or finalized. So as of now, it's a wait and watch, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess you wouldn't expect these type of things to be announced months in advance, because that's going to have a potentially detrimental impact on the market during
Sure,
that waiting
sure,
period.
sure.
So if something happens, I'm sure it'll happen. It'll happen quickly. But do we know for sure? No. It's the same noise, and then you'll get some people that say it needs to and it doesn't need to, and then it's a central bank, and I'm sure in coordination with the land department and the government here, they'll have to make that decision.